if you'd like, we can start walking through you doing your 2017 plan. If folks are up for that. I see a nodding of the head, yes. Okay. So why don't we go to the books. And basically in the book you have the presentation. Okay? With examples of everything. And then questions to fill out. The first place to start for ongoing companies is the market analysis. And also for new companies. You want to look at what's in the marketplace, what's going on, and how do I compete. Okay? So if you want to take a few minutes and think about what was successful so far this year. What have you done? It could be coffees, it could be referrals, it could be you sent out an email. Look at what you've done marketing-wise and what was successful. What wasn't successful? You have to understand both sides of it in order to know what you want to do in 2017. And as you're going through it, if anybody has any questions, or please feel free.
So Scott,
Yeah.
so when you're doing that assessment, and you're looking at what was successful and what is not successful, when you get to the not successful category, you could add on not successful yet.
Right.
So how do you measure the yet window? Is it 90 days to get results, or, I mean, how would you measure that?
It depends on when you start. Okay? If it's something that's been ongoing for the year and you haven't seen any return, not quite successful.
It seems like you need to ask yourself, was I not doing it right, or was it not the right approach for my business?
Okay, those are the things those are some of the things you have to ask about. And you also have to look at, if it's something in direct, there's three elements to direct marketing. It's called the 40-40-20 rule. 40% of it is your list, 40% of it is your offer, and 20% is the creative. Okay, and that's what success is based on. If you've got a really strong list, the creative, and a strong offer, the creative doesn't really matter as much. I've worked with a company for about 15 years, and we did a direct mail piece for them that we ran for 5 years in a row. We just tweaked it a little bit. We had a great list, and each time we tweaked the offer a little bit, and it was great because they got a 10% return every time we ran it, and it ran about 6 times a year. It surprised the heck out of me, but I was very happy. So was my client. Yeah.
Could you cover that breakdown again? 40,
Sure.
40, 20?
It's called a 40-40-20 rule. And it's about 40% of your success is based on your list, 40% of your success is based on your offer, and 20% is based on your creative. You can have a great creative that just catches everybody's eye, but if the list isn't right, it means your audience that you're talking to, and your offer doesn't move them, they're not going to do anything. You've just sent out a branding piece. And so it's really important that that list and that offer are the key elements with the really good direct mail program. Yeah,
When you talk about your list and your target audience, how narrow should you try to define your audience?
How narrow? As narrow as you can. Let me. So the question is, how narrow should that list be?
Because if the list is 40%,
Right.
do you want to have the biggest list?
No.
Or do you want to have it?
You want to narrow it down so you're talking to the people that are making the decisions or are part of the process. Okay. With Ann, and I'm picking on Ann because she's in my clutch and we always get to chat about her, which we love, by the way. But, I mean, she wants to talk to upper management. Okay? She wants to go to the president as much as possible with what she does because he makes the decisions. He can move it forward. And so she would go president and maybe vice president depending on, you know, who within the company she wants to go to or which department. Could be marketing is most of the time.
No, it's always the president or the owner.
The president or owner.
I'm gonna find such a wide range of things I need for that to be acted on.
Okay.
If I go with a VP, they'll only pay attention to the stuff that's in their part of their report.
Okay, so in that case, she's just looking at the president or owner. So you want to narrow it down to make that list strong. Any other questions? Direct is fun. Direct is, you've got email now, you've got snail mail, which is making a comeback. And, I mean, if you get a really cool direct mail piece in your mailbox, you're going to look at it. Okay? And if the offer is right, you're going to buy it. If it's right for you. Email, I'm finding emails are tougher these days. People are just going, and delete, and delete. It's too easy. We used to say that about snail mail, about, oh, I can just toss it in the garbage. People are taking a little more time because their mailbox isn't as full.
Yeah, they say mail is the new email.
Yeah, which is, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. I'd love to see print come back a little stronger myself. I love the medium.
I actually have had people say, yeah, you emailed me this, but when you mailed it to me, I emailed the PDF and then printed and mailed it to it, said, I can read that in my car between meetings or before a meeting. With email, it gets lost because it's just on the screen.
Right, and it's just another line. So, it's making a comeback, which is great. It's fun stuff. Okay. All right, so as you go through this on page 5, I ask you to list out your top 5 marketing tools you used in 2016. Okay, and rate them. Okay, that gives you the space to list out some tools.